Hello, this is Ken Kim, in charge of Switchgear Design Department.
Hello, my name is Tony Park.
First of all, it's a great honor to introduce our product to all of you today. My name is Ken Kim. I'm in charge of Switchgear Department. In this session, I'll be introducing Eos, which is getting popular in the electrical industry. The outline of my presentation includes the definition of Eos and the following 6 topics: the advantage of Eos, Eos configuration, process, application, MGS, which is one of the Eos application, and lastly, sales performance. My hope is that at the end of this talk, you will have a better understanding of what LS Eos is. Eos refers to an electrical room in a steel structure instead of conventional concrete form. But it's exactly the same as the other typical electrical rooms, having power system, air conditioning, and firefighting system inside. Let's take a look at why we need Eos. As you might know, many problems can occur in construction sites, and some of the management points can result in a great loss to the project if not managed properly. These include the safety management in a harsh work environment, such as hot or rainy areas with dust or moisture, and schedule delays mainly due to conflict between processes, design change, space for storage, sourcing equipment in quite remote areas. And of course, even pandemic situations like the current COVID-19 risk a labor strike or higher labor costs can delay and even stop projects. This figure shows safety accident in Korea. Major companies and constructors have established strict safety controls. Nevertheless, an average of 0.53% of accident happens each year, as shown in the table. In the case of economic aspects from industrial accidents, the economic loss amounts to $18 billion each year and result in a scheduling loss about $540 each year, and economic loss about $190,000 per injured person. There are a lot of deserts in Middle East, Australia, North South Americas, and Central Asia, in addition to Sahara Desert in Africa. Imagine if you had to construct a plant on a wasteland like an endless scorching desert with no infrastructure. The biggest problem would be workers who are supposed to work on the hot or rainy area and lack of infrastructure such as lodging facilities, cafeteria, commercial facilities, and transportation. Moreover, there is a heavy burden of securing large construction equipment such as cranes, forklifts, concrete pump cars, and high costs. Similar to previous image, here are hot weather areas around the world. In areas where there is no air conditioner, the external radiant heat can cause considerable temperature rise indoors. Workers are exposed to extreme heat when forced to work in hot environments until buildings are completed. Therefore, it reduces work efficiency and causes safe accidents. This map shows the well-known heavy rain regions in the world. Construction equipment or vehicles often fell into the mud and block the road during rainy season. Flooding is going to make it difficult to procure personal equipment. Sudden rain would cause work stoppage and equipment damage. And problems can inevitably pop up during commissioning despite thorough management. Moreover, if the schedule is tight, we will risk incurring a sharp cost increase and project delays. I assume you may have a sense that unexpected accidents can happen more often within complex work, new work environment, and urgent schedules. In this page, I want to elaborate with major points and why we propose Eos more clearly. First one is safety and reliability of manufacturing in advance, regardless of site conditions. Eos can minimize field work risks because manufacturing supervision and testing are carried out at the factory site before dispatch. Secondly, flexible configuration and expansion for required system. Eos can minimize restraining elements, so it's more flexible towards design change or even expansion than concrete structures because it is provided as a module type. The third one is convenience of transportation. As the slide shows, they can be separated into ground transportable sizes and then easily assembled on site. Of course, it can move without separation if the road and transportation means are allowed. In conclusion, when it comes to minimize the risk factor on site, the Eos best features are its internal equipment and facilities, which are pre-assembled, conduct tests in the same environment as your actual site before they are delivered to the customer's area. LS Electric has two types of E-house to provide the optimal solution for customer needs and installation environment. There are welding and interlocking type. The welding type features a rigid enclosure that is explosion-proof and watertight. The interlocking type, which can be assembled, is relatively light and can be delivered within a short manufacturing schedule. LS Electric is the only provider in Korea for the interlocking solution. Let me talk about Eos Components. Eos is an electrical room featuring power equipment required for power control and distribution functions. The management system contains air conditioning system, which is called HVAC, firefighting and gas detection functions, and even monitoring of power system operation within a sturdy enclosure. Since Eos must be used for long period outdoors, it's designed in a sturdy form by reviewing the structural deformation from external factors such as wind, earthquakes, and death load. Internal temperature distribution is analyzed in advance for the air conditioning system. The interior design establishes the optimal operating conditions, like exactly the same as actual substation. This slide shows manufacturing drawing of interlocking type Eos. As the drawing shows, the Eos is manufactured in 3 parts and assembled on site. It has the structure of the wall and roof being joined the base. The Eos can be manufactured quickly and efficiently since the base work and wall and roof manufacturing are performed parallel. The schedule can be minimized since the internal equipment is produced in parallel off-site while the Eos is being manufactured. This video you are watching now shows how the bottom belt section and the wall section are joined. The internal equipment like switchgear is arranged first and the wall is joined. It efficiently saves time since the equipment layout already finished before dispatch. The E-house is designed in a joint structure in consideration of additional expansion, which leads into proper sizes according to the lifting load and transport condition to allow ground transportation. The loading and unloading process are already executed by establishing rigging plans and lifting device. And then it is transported on land using transportation means like SPMT and installed on site. In addition, it is shipped by bulk, vessel, or barge when supplied to foreign customers. This video shows the installation of interlocking type E-house on site, which is unloaded with a crane on the finished floor. Since it's fully tested in advance, the system can be operational within a short period after cabling and simple field test. Its applications include oil and gas plants, power generation and substation, renewable energy power generation, and mobile substation as well. As you can see, the solution goes beyond the limitation of concrete structures and can be applied to any electrical rooms. Let me introduce one of the E-house applications, the modular green substation, which is called MGS. MGS can modularize transformer, switchgear, control switchboard, and operating system by container basis. Therefore, it can quickly install the power system with various configuration and variable capacity, considering operational purpose and surrounding environment. Just like the advantage of E-house mentioned earlier, we can pre-manufacture, pre-all assembled, and conduct a series of tests, so it can lead to minimize the factors. MGS is optimized to adjust capacity and functionality on a modular basis at the right time, considering the operational efficiency and the economics of substation. The advantage of the module are the flexible configuration and structure based on the operating environment of the substation. For the green side benefit, it can consist of eco-friendly vegetable oil transformer and SF6-free GIS. In terms of substation construction, it can reduce the overall cost of it and even utilize power quality stabilization equipment such as ESS and STATCOM. Moreover, MGS can be used to link renewable energy sources and provide temporary power, and do not require building construction, and there are few restrictions on space. Arrangement and sizes are very flexible depending on operating environment and conditions. Based on its capability in developing a wide range of products in power, automation, and railway, the references of EHOS include 22 projects in 8 countries in the past 10 years. LS Electric has demonstrated its ability to carry out projects with intensive manufacturing experience through partnerships. LS Electric has the best power equipment in manufacturing and power system engineering ability in Korea. Therefore, we can provide an optimal solution to our customers. Thank you for your attention. How will the EOS be reinforced and protected during transportation?
Wooden structure will be added to inside the e-house to protect the switch gears, and separated parts for the module will be reinforced with temporary metal sheets, which will be bolted into place to maintain strength. Also, there will be a sufficient amount of moisture absorption materials inside the house, while the temporary metal sheets will be silicone treated to prevent moisture inflow. After protection, the house will be covered with waterproof sheet to prevent soot contamination.
Second question, how will the e-house be transported inland?
As you can see in the pictures, the e-house will be delivered on a low-bed trailer or self-propelled modular trailers for land transportation, which will be accompanied by escort vehicles at the front and back. If we have to consider the traffic jam, this fleet will move during the night. SPMT will be useful for placing the e-house on site.